Thank you for 10,000 subscribe. Oh wait, no, 16,000 subscribers. Yeah, I've been a little behind lately. Anyways, as promised, it's time for the Q&A. And while this will be a bit of a different video, I think it's pretty fun. Also, I did face reveal on stream a little over a month ago, but for you YouTube-only viewers, this is me. Yeah, I even got the Hawaiian shirt to like match my brand, but yeah, I pretty much look like my icon except I got glasses. Your classic white boy. Also, I hope you guys like my scuffed paneling background. It really, I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm not a professional. I am a professional. I'm doing my best. Anyways, the first question I got from a lot of people. And that question is, why did I quit Genshin in the first place and what made me come back? The reason why I quit Genshin originally wasn't because I was like burnt out of the game or anything, but I wanted to make content on something, and I was going to make content on Genshin, and then Natlan started getting leaked, and the entire cast of characters was whiter than me. And I'll be honest, it just sort of felt like the game had gone so long without actually listening to its player base that when I just saw what they were doing with the Natlan cast, where there was like no actual representation 5 years into the game, I was just like, I was a little over it. You know what I mean? I was a little over it. And I pretty much just decided to make content on something else, but I never actually ended up doing that. After 9 months went by, I was literally just walking around one day and I was like, you know what? I really want to make a Genshin video. And I wasn't even playing Genshin right then. I was just like, making a Genshin Impact YouTube video sounds pretty fun right now. So after a couple days of deliberating, I was like, hey, why not just give it a try? And so I went and recorded. I haven't played Genshin in 9 months. Can I still 36 star the Abyss? I recorded that video. I made that video. I posted that video. And it was a really cool video. It was a lot of fun to work on. And it got 2 views. The views were me and me on an alt account. Anyways, a little more time went by and I made my second video, which was how I got Shilonen. It might be my favorite video on the channel just because it felt like it just encapsulated playing the game. Like there wasn't anything special about it. It just was like my journey just playing Genshin. Just like a little snippet of me over a few weeks playing Genshin, farming, getting this character, playing content, and it just condensed into this nice little video that I absolutely love. That's what made me decide, yeah, I'm gonna keep playing Genshin and I'm gonna keep making content on it. And moving from that is, what do I think about Genshin now? And honestly, I think it's really cool to see all of the good changes they've made to the game. The change they made to Weapon Banner, which is absolutely awesome. I don't even know when they made that change, but changing it from where you needed 2 fate points to just 1 fate point like revolutionizes how valuable weapon banners are and how like usable they are for free-to-play players. Because like as someone who played free-to-play for like the first 3 years of the game, weapon banner was like out of the question except for the like most stacked weapon banners and for Raiden Shogun, who was like the #1 character for me. Along with capturing Radiance is an awesome change that's actually benefited me on my main account. 77? Wait, this is perfect. Capturing Radiance. Okay, cool. I lost the 50-50 though? You kidding me? All right, there's Llama. And they've done a ton of awesome quality of life stuff. And quality of life is something I love so much. They even went back to Mondstadt and changed some of the really annoying domains. Like, bro, they made so many good changes. However, while doing that, they did also get into a new habit that I absolutely hate. Designing bosses specifically to shill characters. Now, back in the day, we would have Abyss and stuff where the characters that were on banner, they would be good in it, right? But it wasn't like tailored around them specifically and you could use other units, no problem. But now they design overworld bosses to shill specific characters. We never used to do that, man. And so I hear about it all the time. Genshin power creep, Genshin power creep. It's crazy. Natlan power creep was crazy. And yes, are the Natlan units very strong? For sure. But I don't think the power creep would be felt nearly as much if it wasn't enemy designed specifically for this rate up unit to fight. Plus the Abyss card is benefiting Night Soul damage specifically. That's a level of shill I really don't like to see in Genshin, especially with Stygian Onslaught, how one of the enemies is always like, hey, pull the limited unit, buddy. But yeah, so there are a lot of things I would change about Genshin still, but ultimately, I've been having a lot of fun playing it. And the next question is, have you played any gacha games in the 300 days off of not playing Genshin? And the answer is no, I didn't play any gacha games. I might have logged into Honkai Star Rail like once, but in realms of gacha games, I really haven't played that many. I didn't go to play Genshin because I like gacha games, but I think there was another one asking me if I play any other gacha games or what was my first gacha game. And to answer, my first gacha game was the best one out there, Battle Cats. But other than that, the only gacha games I played were Battle Cats, Genshin, and Honkai Star Rail. And Star Rail was really fun, but I only played in like the first year it was out, and I haven't really played since then. Listen, E1 Kafka is really good, and I'm just thinking like you know, just like let's just say I pull one Kafka per rerun, you know, road to E6, which is just all right. Right now I'm at 37 pity, I believe. We'll just do a couple pulls, you know, see what there is to see. That hook, W. We go again, we go again, we go again. Yo! That's 57, if it goes all the way. Pause, 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 pause. 54. Oh, 55. 56. Whoa! E1 Kafka. Yo, she actually came home early and won 50-50. Yep. What's this one do? Oh, one more 10 pull wouldn't hurt. I've got them in passes. One more 10 pull wouldn't hurt. Okay, one last 10 pull. That's it. I promise that's it. Just one last 10 pull. That's it. This is it. I promise this is it. Let's go. Let's go. E2 Kafka. Come on. Come on. Tell me it's her. Tell me it's her. Show me the money. Light work. Light work! And as for what my favorite games are and what I'm playing right now, I pretty much just play Genshin, but I do play some Minecraft too, because I love Minecraft, which is my favorite game. Like, Minecraft, hands down, my favorite video game of all time. I could legitimately play Minecraft every day for the rest of my life and not get bored. So
it's gonna be 1v1 for the bed, and then...
Oh my god, I have so much aura.
Or he's just
quaking,
gonna drop down.
He's quaking! It is blue diamond boots! Yeah! But some other favorites of mine are, back in the day, I loved Star Wars Battlefront. That game was peak. Bloons Tower Defense is a peak game. Absolutely love that. Next question is, seriously your first time making videos? You seem to have a lot of experience in this. At the end of my first video, I did put, this is my first video on this channel. That's not my first video I've ever made. Now, that is the first video on this channel. I didn't upload anything before it. That first video is the first video I made on this channel. But I do have a lot of experience making videos. You might have heard of this one small, like really niche Genshin YouTuber named like Zyonix or something. I've edited a few of his videos.
This is a good flower. We're gonna lock this. First piece we lock. Do you know what rhymes with lock? Cock. Why did I say that?
And while I don't feel like my skills are particularly good in the technical aspect of editing, like I can't do any crazy effects or anything like that. I literally just use one software, which is Premiere Pro. I don't know how to work After Effects whatsoever, but I do think I understand what makes a video good and how to make them flow. So yeah, not my first time making videos, but it is my first time properly putting effort into my own content. And so when I did start my own channel, how did I react to my first vid blowing up? Well, that's the thing, is my first vid didn't blow up. As I mentioned earlier, my first video got 2 views from me and me on another account, and same for my second and third video. And it wasn't till my 4th video where I think I had actually gotten to maybe like 7 subscribers, and that one actually got a tiny, like a few views. But my first 4 videos and the first like 2-3 months of starting my channel, I literally gotten like 10 impressions on my entire channel. And I'll be honest, I don't really know why YouTube was doing that, because like I knew my videos were good. I didn't think my thumbnails or titles were bad, but YouTube just really wasn't giving me impressions. So pretty much I was in impression jail, where YouTube just wasn't giving my channel the impressions to actually build an audience. And for those of you wanting to start your own channel, this is how you deal with that. You literally just make YouTube shorts. Yo, we're doing gambling. We're doing gambling. What's our 4th stat? Flat HP. All right, I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna have to like do tricks to be a good piece, but I believe in the dream. Just all go into crit damage. Come on. Oh my god. Short form content is not something I'm passionate about compared to long form content. I actually enjoy creating those videos, but I knew in order to actually get my channel out of impression jail, I would need to do shorts. And so I made a few shorts, and although none of them went crazy, going from getting 3 views on a video, which is me, and me again, going from that to a 600 view YouTube short is really big. And that is where I started to go from, I have 7 subscribers to, you know what? Maybe I have 30. Maybe I have 50. And then I posted my 5th video. And I gotta be so for real, I was this close to scrapping the video. I had this paranoid feeling that it would end up hitting the wrong audience and I'd get a bunch of people being like, why are you reviewing random people's accounts and like making fun of their builds and stuff? Like, leave them alone. When it's just supposed to be a silly YouTube video. But luckily, that didn't happen. And this was the first video of mine that actually started gaining traction. And actually, what's interesting is that my Kaching video is the first video on my channel to hit 1,000 views. After I started posting those shorts, my Kaching videos started getting recommended a little bit, and it was really cool seeing it go from 16 views to 80 to a few hundred to 1,000. And when that video hit 1,000 views, I was a little bit over the moon. But that 5th video I posted was the one that actually started getting proper traction right off the bat. The Kaching video eventually went from 1,000 to 10,000 to 20,000, but by the time it got to 20K, my first video had also gotten to 20K, and that was one I had just uploaded. And as my next question asks, did I ever expect my channel to get as big as it is so quickly? Well, this is me reacting to getting 1,000 subscribers. Bro, 998, come on, 2 more. I'm gonna sit here, like I'm getting like a subscriber every few minutes, bro. I'm gonna sit here for 5 minutes, I don't care. If I go to lifetime, dude, you can see from when I started my channel, which I guess was on April 2nd. I don't know when I uploaded my first video, but I got nothing. I think it was here. May 1st, I subscribed to myself. That's where I was. And then I bumped up a bit. I got to 3, I got to 4, I got to 5, 6, 7, 8. I started gaining some subs, and last week I was at 25 subs. And today I'm about to cross 1,000, dude. 1,000. The first 1% of it is done, bro. 1,000 freaking subs. At 7:11 p.m. on the 13th of June, 2025, I hit 1,000 subscribers. Let's go. But yeah, I was really excited about 1,000 subscribers and seeing how my channel was doing. Going back to the comment before this, asking how I reacted when my first video blew up, my first video still only had a couple hundred views at this point. It wasn't until 3 months after it had been uploaded that it actually started gaining traction. And I liked that video a lot, and so when I had my Kaching video that had like 20K views and my account review video that had like 20K views, I was like, man, it would be so cool to see that video get to like 3,000 views, just because I put a lot of work into it. And I got to 3,000 views. And I got to 10,000. Then it got to 50,000. And I remember sitting down and telling my mom how this video of mine that I had made months ago had gotten to over 60,000 views and wasn't slowing down. And that video is what took my channel from neat little niche Genshin channel to we're actually growing a little bit, because that video properly kind of went viral. I mean, I was kind of like geeked out over, bro, this video could hit 100,000 views someday. Now it's at like 230,000 views. And all I can say about that is it felt a little surreal. Like for literally the first 4 weeks where my channel started, I couldn't sleep properly because I was too excited. And that sounds pretty silly, but yeah, it was really cool, especially since, as I mentioned, YouTube made me wait about 3 months of making content before they actually decided to recommend my videos to anyone. As for my plans with the channel going forward, I'm really just gonna make cool videos. I have quite a few lined up for October that I'm working on. Oh, guys. I don't even have to look, I know it's Flynn's, bro. What did I say, bro? And then I have a couple very big projects I'm working on for later this year. Is Amber a better version of Mavica? Maybe in our hearts. What's your favorite color of the alphabet? Do you suffer from blue cone monochromy? Monochromacy. What is that? Blue chrome. Retinal disorder that affects color vision, red and green cone photoreceptor cells in the retina. I don't think so. I think I can see all my colors, actually. Can I be in the video? Sure. Can we get maid cosplay leaks during the Q&A vid? No. I don't have a maid cosplay yet. How do you feel about me using one of your clips as the prime example of Gen Z Asian American accent for my sociology assignment? Huh? Well, I'm not Asian, so how do you feel about it? Do you fart? We all fart. If main channel SQam wears the red Hawaiian shirt, then does that imply there are SQams for the rest of the colors? Do we have to defeat 7 evil SQams to finally get a good Eula build? Is there a purple Hawaiian shirt SQam, and if so, what was he doing in the 80s? How many SQams does it take to fix a light bulb? Could you defeat every Pokemon with enough SQams? What is the theoretical lowest number of SQams we'd need bashing away at typewriters to create a 100 million view YouTube video within our lifetime? That's a lot. Well, I can't deny that there are other SQams for the rest of the colors. And I can't comment on any activities of a purple-shirted SQam. It actually only does take one SQam to fix a light bulb. I could definitely defeat every Pokemon with enough SQams. Like, it would be like a billion, though. I'm not gonna lie. It would be like the 1 billion lions versus all the Pokemon. It would need to be like a billion SQams. I'm pretty sure Arceus can just, like, beam millions at a time. But I think we could do it eventually. And as for the theoretical number of SQams to make a 100 million view YouTube video, theoretically, you would just need one, because I could definitely do it if I really, really wanted to. Obviously, it wouldn't be Genshin, but I could like 95% chance to do that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very confident about that. That would be like the only thing that gets done in my life is one YouTube video. Like, there wouldn't be like a super successful channel to go along with it. It would be one video. 1 billion lions versus the common cold, who would win? I mean, at the end of the day, does a common cold ever win? Because even if it kills you, it dies too. So what is your opinion about tomatoes? Be very careful here. Well, I'm not gonna be careful. I'm just gonna say what I feel. Tomatoes are freaking awesome, bro. Oh my god, I love tomatoes, dude. My take on tomatoes, though, is that they're vegetables, man. I don't want to hear any tomatoes are a fruit thing, all right? Tomatoes are a vegetable, and I'll believe that to the day I die. Who are your favorite lesbians in Genshin? This is hard because they're all pretty peak, but I think I'd have to go with Dia and Dunyardzard. Lady Dunyardzad. I can say that. Lady Dunyardzad.
Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
And most important one, when is the next video coming out? Honestly, probably pretty soon. The month of October is going to see a few more like fun uploads before I finish my insane mega project that I've been working on, which you'll all see maybe next month. Playstyle wise, who's my favorite character? I'd say 3 come to mind. Obviously, I love Aggravate Kaching. She's super fun to play for me. I like quick swappy DPS characters, which brings me to Navia, who I also absolutely love. And then third is actually Chaska. She's kind of like the perfect unit for me when it comes to overworld. Her skill lets her fly around, deal a ton of damage easily without having to use any bursts or anything. And when it comes to any sort of single target content, she pretty much always melts it. Bro, it's light work, it's light work, it's light work. Bro, come on! Chaska, baby! Chaska, baby! 112 clear. That's not bad. That's not bad. However, I don't have her on my main account. What is my favorite Genshin reaction? My favorite Genshin reaction is probably Aggravate. Circling back to Kaching, I think it's a really cool reaction, especially with the way it interacts with Thundering Fury for her. But on the topic of Kaching, what got you into building Kaching and being such a dedicated Kaching main? And on that same note, do you beat Abyss with Kaching, and how is your team comp? When Sumeru came out and we got Danger and stuff, I saw Zox playing Aggravate Kaching a bunch on his stream, and I was like, man, that looks pretty fun. And around this time, I had saved up literally 900 artifacts to Strongbox. Bro, what? I'm gonna Strongbox Emblem next. I was just doing this for the bit. Dog, this would be a perfect Yulan piece. No, let's see it, bro. Let's see it. Let's see it, bro. Crit damage? What are we rocking with here, man? Crit damage again? Okay. HP percent. Alright. This would still be a good off piece for so many characters, though. And I was like, what if I just get a crazy Thundering Fury set and put it on Kaching? And so I did, and my Kaching ended up being absolutely goated, and I loved playing her. Although, I've gotta be honest, I think the last 1,000 artifacts I've thrown into the Strongbox trying to upgrade her has resulted in 0 new pieces. Which kind of brings me around to where I am now, where I don't really play Kaching that much right now. It's just that in a lot of recent content, she hasn't really been that usable. I like to use her in Abyss when I can, and I even tried to do an Abyss clear in this most recent one with her. I just got hit by an elevator. Oh, Jolie, are you okay? Oh my god. All right, we beat it with more than half the time. That's not bad. That was good. That was good. That was good. That was a good run, bro. If I kill him before he throws it back. before he re-shields. No, you motherfucker, don't you. I think I need to beat that first boss even faster to actually clear the second half. But right now, I am deciding to move on to some other characters instead of mindlessly throwing more and more artifacts into Thundering Fury to try and get 1% more damage. What 5-star character are you most likely to ever C6? Well, I'll say that if I could just randomly get a C6 unit, it would probably be Navia. I really like the way Navia's constellations work. Oh my god, that was a good boss swappy. And as she is already one of my favorite characters, not only design-wise, but playstyle-wise, I think I would have to go with her. However, I will mention that circling back to Chaska, I honestly wouldn't mind getting like her C1, C2 on the account I have her on, because I just love playing her that much. And that might be something I actually do. But in general, I don't really love C6 characters. I think that C6 characters make the game less fun, because if a unit is too strong, there isn't really a challenge. Do you have any other accounts on different servers? Yes, I have an EU account. I play on stream all the time, and I have a whole big dedicated video coming out to it eventually. But yeah, that's the account where I have Chaska, which is where I learned I like playing her so much. And I love having a second account because Chaska is a character I never would have pulled for on my main, but on my EU account, I get to play her and have fun playing her while not having to worry about, I need to spend $150 to get this limited unit, or I have to skip them, where when I just have two accounts, I can get characters I don't have on my main account on that account and have fun with them. It's cool. And will you ever discuss any Genshin controversies or anything? I don't really know what Genshin controversies refers to here, but I am very openly critical about the game and the things I'd like to be changed. But as for any sort of just like mindless drama, I'm not really a channel that's trying to make like daily uploads reacting to whatever the hell I can, but I do end up dedicating time every stream to ask Genshin to add just a little bit of melanin to Nefer. Have I ever spent money on the game? If so, how much? Well, my main account is strictly free to play. I got gifted a Welkin on it once. No, but I'm not using those crystals. As for my EU account, I think I may have spent like $300 on that account, but I doubt I'll ever buy a top-up myself ever again. I have gotten top-ups gifted by viewers. Shout out Alecto. This NPC is terrifying. Yo, Alecto, you didn't need to do that. That's bread right there. But when it comes to spending my own money on Genshin, nowadays, I'm probably just going to stick to free to play on the main and Welkin and Battle Pass on my EU account. Just cause now it's a business expense. Would you be down to try and get all the envisaged echoes you can? Well, I actually got 4 on my main account pretty soon into coming back into the game, and just haven't equipped any of them. I don't know why I'm like this with the not activating constellations or claiming name cards or equipping the echoes, but like surely eventually I'll put Raiden's on. It's so pretty. Do you have a favorite event you've done in Genshin? Now this is a question I actually was glad I got because oh my god, I do. This one event that we had, it was in Sumeru, where we basically just played this mini adventure campaign with like slimes and Saurians and stuff. Oh my god, that event was so peak. I got all the rewards for that and kept playing it for hours, man. I did so many runs trying to see how far I could get. I wish it was permanent, bro. It was so freaking fun. Who's the most enemy you hate in Genshin? Cactus guy, specifically when he's in water. Hate that guy. I honestly have a lot of enemies that piss me off though. Papilla, I dislike a lot because 1, it shields Night Soul characters, and 2, in Stygian, where we start with no energy, it immediately shields up and you can't proc Sack Swords or Favonius on its shield. So you're just screwed, man. Will you post vids about completing 100% all regions you have missed, quests, Archon quests, stuff like that? To be honest, probably not. I don't really like making videos out of doing quests.
This guy could be Optimus Prime.
Only then will we have the power to defeat the strongest of foes. Tupac. A
What?
warrior
He's
from the
Tupac?
people of the
I've heard that name before.
Bro, yeah. I've heard that name before too.
And as for exploration stuff, they definitely will be parts of videos, but I don't think I'm going to make any videos like the video doesn't end until I hit 100% exploration. Like, I think I'll leave that to Red Nacio and just sort of do things at my own pace. Can we see your Layla build? Yeah, sure. Here you go. All right, so this is my Layla build, except it's really scuffed right now because I'm trying to get her on a properly good build. I want to level this Favonius sword for her, but she is 11, C6, level 90. I do enjoy Layla. She is cool. I want to get her on an actual tenacity of the middle of the set, but right now I only have a feather and a sands that are leveled, and they're Bro, I rolled a lot of flat HP. Like, how do I have 2,000 flat HP between these two pieces? I can always steal this back for her. Probably what I should do, to be entirely honest. And then go a better HP goblet here. Ooh, this one actually kind of eats. Because, dude, this crit rate recharge, that's a pretty good piece. But then I do need a circlet. And this circlet is, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad. Recharge and crit rate, 4 line. Let's see what we can do, baby. Let's see what we can do. Dude, I just 5 times XP'd into recharge twice. Wait. Oh my god. Oh my god! It's so good. Oh my god, bro. Why can't I do this with crit? That is so good, bro. 40k HP, 187 recharge, 30 crit rate. On a level 1 Favonia sword. Dog, I don't even need all this recharge. Holy cow. Who is your favorite Genshin character personality-wise, and who is my favorite design-wise? In terms of favorite character personality-wise, I think the ones that come to mind are Dia, Navia, Farina, and honestly, like, Kave's a pretty fun character. I think he's got a cool personality. And as for specifically design-wise, I think the queen of it all for me is Navia. I love her design so much. I also love Raiden's design. I'm obsessed with her hair. I wish her kimono was a little bit longer, but other than that, I absolutely love Raiden's design. I wish we could get a battle skin for Raiden though. That would be so peak. Which, speaking of, if you own Genshin for a day, what would you change or improve? I mean, Genshin's a pretty cool game. There's not a lot I would change. I would change a lot of things, actually. First and foremost, I think Genshin would be so much better if they focused so much less on the gacha aspect of monetizing it and so much more on skins. Because skins are freaking awesome. If they made characters more easily obtainable and then just did more skins, I think they could balance out the revenue and make the game so much more fun. Because not only could you have normal character skins like you do right now, but you could also have animation skins. Like, instead of Raiden's normal skin and burst, you could do a skin for Raiden of her boss fight skin, where she's got her boss fight skin and her burst animation is the big sword slash to the side instead. Like, that would be pretty freaking cool. You could even do voice line skins, and you could do multiple skins for every character, and they would make a lot of money doing this in a way that doesn't create FOMO or actively make it so that you just can't get the character you really want. But I'll be honest, that would be a pretty big change. As for smaller changes that I could actually maybe feasibly implement if I owned Genshin for a day, I would, 1, increase the resin cap. Number 2, I would just make all artifacts 4-line starts. None of this 3-liner BS. Now that we removed 4th line being a mystery, like, don't do 3-liner artifacts. Just have them all start 4 lines. Like, bro, I would have them implement actual artifact presets. It would be so easy for them to do. And I would go back and just tweak some of the older characters' multipliers to make them closer to the level of characters are now. And a lot of characters, all they really need to be properly playable again is just to have their scalings tweaked a little bit. And I think a few lines of code for each character could easily fix that. And let's see, surely I could get one more little change in at the end of the day. Oh, I know. I would remove the freaking cooldown from Aloy's bombs, bro. I would remove the cooldown. I'm so locked in right now, gang. If I don't get crowd infusion, I'm quitting the game. And for the last question I got, Xiangling or Bennett? I saved this one for last because it's pretty serious. I mean, because on one hand, Xiangling wheelchaired my Eula, but also Bennett was wheelchairing Xiangling. You know what I mean? But I think I'd have to go with Bennett because, I mean, dude, if you played his quest in the Summer Island, oh my god, bro. I cried playing that, man. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, go follow the Twitch, or you can go watch this video right here. Holy spider. Come here, you motherfucker. Look at this bitch. This guy's about to get smushed. I hate spiders, but I live in my mom's basement.